Well, that felt good, didn't it? That first song was one of the most performed songs in modern day jazz. It's called Ladybird. It was written by this guy named Ken Dameron, and you might know that name because at one point, based on this song, it was actually the origin of what's called the Dameron turnaround. And it must have been pretty good because Miles Davis actually used the same progression and turnaround in a piece called Half Nelson. That song featured Jack Lieberman on alto, and Luciano Soriano on the trombone. Okay, I have to tell you, trying to find a ballad for a middle school band, jazz band, is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I actually hired Carrie Marsh a few years ago to write me 2 or 3 of them because I just couldn't find any good ones. Turns out, Chick Corea did us a favor when he wrote this piece called Crystal Silence. He wrote it with Gary Burton, and they did it in 1972. And I'm thinking they must have really liked it because 30 years later they teamed up again in 2008 to write the new Crystal Silence. This is the original Crystal Silence, and we're going to feature Henry Eaton on tenor. Crystal Silence. And I'm not so sure how I could forget that beautiful piano solo. Mr. Henry Eaton on piano. You know, I always screw up once at these things. Jason was the... No. Nathan Eaton was the tenor player. Oh, that's Henry Eaton. I'm trying to confuse you all. Are we done? Henry Eaton. Nathan Tetsuda. I got it. I'm so sorry. Well, those are my boys right there. What'd you think of the ballad? It's been a very long week, okay? I have to tell you, I should probably tell you right now, I don't know that being a middle school band director is what I set out to do with my life. And for all of you high school guys and college guys out there, I strongly suggest that you give it a try, because I've been doing middle school for the last 20 years, and I have to tell you, I don't think I've ever had a more rewarding time in my life. When you put the right stuff in front of kids and you treat them right, and you, more than treating them like middle school kids, if you just treat them like musicians, it's amazing to me what they can do. So I've just been truly blessed, not only tonight, tonight's icing on the cake, but throughout my career at Folsom, it's just been an incredible experience to work with young kids. So I'm really appreciative of those parents that encourage them, the schools that support them, and for giving me the chance to do it. It's really an amazing time. So anybody out there, it's not such a bad deal. I had somebody at dinner go, I don't know how you put up with those middle school kids. I go, are you kidding me? Listen to them. They're great, right? All right, so this next piece, you know, there's always a piece that gives you a little bit of trouble. We have like just a very few hours from them meeting each other, me getting to know them, finding out what schools they all went to, getting the music up on the stands, and just starting the whole process just 2 days ago. There's always one piece that gives you a little bit of a problem. This next piece was truly a challenge for us to get through, and the reason that it is because I thought, well, I should probably do something that's Latin-based. And I found this cool tune that I thought was pretty neat, but it actually had a lot of swing sections in it, so it kind of rocks back and forth between Latin jazz and swing. And if you've ever tried to do that, it's not the easiest thing to get used to in just a couple of hours. But we're going to give it a try tonight. It's called Suspension Bridge. And it's going to feature, I'll get this one right because I wrote it down, Diego Feldman on trumpet, Jack Lieberman on alto, and Henry Joe on alto. Suspension bridge. Thank you.